My name is Bill Cumming. I live on Myrtle Street, and I've used the Edisto Island Shuttle many, many times. And the thing that stands out for me is the attention to detail, the wonderful people that he has running the shuttle when it's not David. But what stands out for me most is the willing to be adaptable. I remember coming back from Memphis one time to Charleston Airport, and weather delays, I think we all know about that. I don't think I landed until 2:10 or 2:15 in the morning, and David himself hung around and managed to come pick me up and get me home, which was, to me, sort of over and above, I guess.
It's getting harder to do because of regulations and because of the cost of insurance, and that's something we're working on right now. I came here because I was a traveling musician. I still play music, but I found this place traveling up and down the coast, and then I found home. You know, you just know when you find home sometimes. Now, during the wintertime, I'd go to the Keys because there was nothing to play for here, but I always ended up here. And then I started a business called Edisto Island Shuttle about 10 years ago. And I did this because I found that it was a transportation desert. I'd started driving for Uber actually in the beginning, and I realized one day when I came here to the island to cut on the app to see if I could help drunk drivers get safely to their bars and to home or whatever, that I couldn't get a passenger to ping me. And the reason is it was geo-mapped off from Culleton County. So basically, if you had your app on wanting to get a ride, and I was beside you in my car wanting to take a ride, we wouldn't see each other. So I thought, why not start my own business to service my own island? And that's how it got started about 10 years ago. Thousands. I mean, this island, like I said, is a transportation desert. I can't stress those words enough because people rely on us not only for their transportation to the island, but also for auto parts, marine parts, hospital visits. It's vast. There's no way of getting to and from in this area without knowing somebody, and that somebody is me, and more than happy to do it. It's getting harder to do because of regulations and because of the cost of insurance, and that's something we're working on right now. The biggest regulatory obstacle in my profession is the cost of insurance for less coverage. My personal insurance is state's highest. You couldn't get any higher, plus $1 million rider over that. Okay, a Class C license, state's minimum. And what are they going to do? A wreck is a wreck. You get in a wreck, the insurance company is going to cancel you and not fight for you most of the time. I hate to say it, insurance companies, but that's the way you operate. Is at this point, I'm safer having my own personal insurance. And like any Uber or Lyft driver with their own personal insurance, they're able to buy what's called rider's insurance from the insurance company. That only costs them about $20 to $50 more per month. They don't give me the option to do that because I don't work for Uber or Lyft. So there's absolutely no option to do that. If there were an option to do that, there would be people like me popping up all over the place to help their communities. As it is right now, we got to pretty much go underground and just trust that people are going to be honest. We're going to give them a good, safe ride, and that'll be the end of that. But the way it's set up right now, we can't get that extra insurance, so I personally buy with my own money as high as I can get. I couldn't buy any higher insurance if I tried right now. If I were to go by what the ORS, the Office of Regulatory Staff, or the PSC, Public Service Commission, required me to do, my insurance would drop to state's minimum with this kind of thing. There's people like me all over the United States. To and from the airport is at least 95% of it, if not more, maybe 97% of it. Occasionally we'll get somebody that needs to go to the doctor, and we try to accommodate that because we are dependent on each other in this little small community. And there's the very rich and the very poor here. But what everybody deserves is affordability. It doesn't matter what status you are, you deserve an affordable ride to the airport. My competitors, if you can call them that because they don't want to come out here, would charge you upwards of $250. Me, $100 flat fee between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 at night. After that, $20 upcharge for $120. And if we know in time, we're 24/7. We'll take care of you if we have notification. That's dependability, and that's what we are all about at Edisto Island Shuttle. I do, but they're considered independent contractors who have signed contracts stating so, although they are hosted by Edisto Island Shuttle. They are responsible for their own insurances and recommendations and guarantees that they'll service the public, as well as I do and make sure that their cars are up to speed. Well, taxi cabs are hailed. I'm not hailed, I'm scheduled. That would fall under the limousine category. But then the limousine category falls under Office of Regulatory Staff, ORS, and the Public Service Commission, the PSC. They are, by their own mission statement, there to regulate utilities. How in the world does a car and a driver look like a utility? We should be listed under our own category as a transportation network company, possibly operating as an LLC, as Edisto Island Shuttle LLC operates, doing business as that entity and paying our taxes and doing our thing and not being regulated as a power company. If I were to drive for Uber, I could call up any of my insurance companies and say, I would like to get rider's insurance on that. That would be on me. That would cost me $20 or $50 more per month. I would gladly do that. But they don't offer that unless you are Uber or Lyft. If you are an LLC, TNC, Transportation Network Company LLC, you should have a set of rules that you can report back to the state. Check this, I've had all my drivers have their cars inspected. I've had all the background checks done personally. You have access to this if you need this to give you the lowest insurance possible. And if you get in an accident, I don't know how much they would defend you. And there's not a list of here's what we'll do for you if you get in an accident. There's no list of anything. So you're just giving money, honey. That's it. And I'm not opposed to doing that if I'm getting a product, but I'm not getting a product. I am giving a product, and every one of my thousands of people that ride with me will tell you so. And they're very happy to have me, and I'm very happy to serve them. They tell me, since I've been a musician on this island for over 40 years, that either you've ridden in my car or you've been in my audience. So you got my staple of assurance on whatever I do. I'm easy to find. I do a lot of the singer-songwriter stuff, Bob Seger, Taylor, Cougar, anybody with an R in their name pretty much. I like the oldies and the beach music, the traditional shag music, and the music from the Tams, the Clovers, the Catalinas, the Drifters, you know, all that good stuff from back in the day. So I do a lot of that, and that's really how I got my name here. Oh yeah, I get a lot of requests, a lot of requests. We do request when we can, yes. Yeah, my wife was she was my groupie several years ago, and it stuck. I didn't want it to. I fought her on every turn because I was going to be a rock star, of course, like everybody, but now I'm a rock star, but as a wonderful driver for my community and as a wonderful partner for my wife. Well, I wrote a song, and one of the lines in it, the names have changed, but the places look the same. It's like the people do change. The demographics is certainly wider. We used to have people that were just from Bamberg, Orangeburg, Hilton Head, stuff like that. They were from the surrounding areas and the communities, and they had beach houses here. So they would come to their beach homes, but now we've got Hollywood producers here. I mean, I take all kinds of people. I'm not even going to tell. I'll tell what they do, but I'm not going to tell where they live or who they are. But you would not believe who we have in our community. It's a wonderful mix of people. And the good thing is they have a kindred heart that they love this place. And they came here and stayed because they love Edisto for what it's not. And that's the best way to sum it up.